Hey, what's going on? Happy Sunday. Happy Labor Day to everybody. I'll start off by saying I apologize for not having an edition of Sunday Chronicles last week. It's been a active, interesting week for me. Just right into it. Uh, about two nights, last Thursday, matter of fact, not this past Thursday, but the previous Thursday night, I was coming home and ran right into floodwaters. Uh, my vehicle was submerged, water was rushing in. I was able to get out uh, well over waist deep water to get to safe ground. Um, I bring that up just because of the recent events with the young woman who tragically lost her life. Um, Oddly and really creepy is the simple fact that I got my situation happened about 15 feet away from where hers did. Um, I was just lucky enough to get out. So that's been really on my mind, kind of really messed with me a little bit. But anyway, that's what happened. Uh, it's an unfortunate situation. Still dealing with it. Really not sure what's going to happen. But this too shall pass. So um, again, that's the reason why we didn't have an edition of Sunday Chronicles last week. But I wanted to make sure I got one in this week. Um, and in that whole topic, by just sending out at least my uh, thoughts and prayers to her and her entire family and to the entire community, because I know it has touched everyone in a lot of different ways. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions, and it's a really emotional situation. It touched me, obviously, because of my own experience, but hopefully something good can come from this. Um, Different ways of doing things and going about handling certain situations like that. So, anyway, so today's Sunday Chronicles, um, with everything that's been going on, uh, still got to be a father, still got to be a parent. Um, Early on, that I got to admit that was a struggle. That my mind was so occupied with other things, and my kids really needed me to still be a parent, and I still was, but it did have its own new set of struggles and issues. And so it got me thinking about how we as parents, as fathers specifically, how we how we're able to compart I'm not even gonna try to say it, to divide and separate these things, our issues that we have, in our lives, and weighing those and comparing those to the our daily parental um, jobs and responsibilities. I struggled with it, and I know my kids saw it. Um, you could see it on their face, you see it in their body language, and that broke my heart because I try my best, and I know we all try our best, and when other things happen, that don't have anything to do with them or how you raised them or how you are as a parent, those things can kind of overshadow. They kind of can consume you, and it becomes a huge headache, a struggle, because you're being pulled in so many different directions, more so than you are on any other given day, without having extenuating circumstances like a vehicle being destroyed, basically. Um, so yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's tough. You just got to do the best you can, and that's what I'm here to say about that. You are imperfect, and you do have challenges. And they're not going to stop. This won't be the last problem that I have, or unforeseen circumstance that falls in my lap unexpectedly. But how we go about how we go about handling things going forward, and circling the wagon and tightening up everything and making sure that you are still getting your home responsibilities done and taking care of these other issues. It's it's a strain on your brain, on your heart, on your emotions, your mental state, emotionally, spiritually to some degree, because you ask a lot of questions like why. You find yourself asking yourself that. I know I did. I was asking myself that while I was in the middle of it. Why? Why is this happening? Like, this is not something that I need. Not that any of us needed at any given time, but it's those human responses, human nature. So don't feel like that you've done something wrong when you're struggling through these things. Just understand that it's part of your imperfection. It's just part of being a human being. And just stay true to who you are. If you do that, then you're going to be okay. If you know that you're a good parent, you know that you're working hard, and you know that you're doing the best that you can, then just keep telling yourself that and keep doing that. Everything will work itself out over time. It may take longer than you want, but you'll get there. But your kids are still there, and they still need you. And that's my biggest takeaway that I got from it after going through it multiple days, of the highs and lows, the ups and downs, the moments of sitting in my room, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to think, not knowing what my next move was going to be. But what I did know, and what I did realize after a few days, was that I may not know what I'm going to do about this situation, but I do know what I'm going to do when it comes to my kids. And that's going to be continuing to be the best dad, the best parent that I can be. And that's all that any one of us can ask from ourselves. So just keep strong, keep your faith, and when things happen, just know that that's not the end. It's just a snapshot in your life, and you will get through it. And you know what? And for some of us, depending on how old our kids are, they can be a rock. They can be someone to lean on. I know my son is. He finally pulled me to the side and was just like, hey, dude, what's going on? I know this happened. How are you feeling? How are you handling things? Among other personal issues that I've had going on with different family members and health issues of that matter. It was all kind of a big ball of wildness. And he realized that. He could see the difference in me. So sometimes, we don't want to burden our kids because they're children, and I understand that, and I'm one of the first to tell you that I try not to burden my children with anything that I have going on. But sometimes, if we're lucky enough to have a child at a certain age, a certain maturity level, who can listen, take advantage of that. Because those are one of the closest people to you. And you are their number one provider. So yeah, try. Listen to yourself, listen to them, let them listen to you. We got to take advantage of whatever we can to help us get through this thing called life and the problems and the curveballs that are thrown at us. So that's all I can really say. Keep it short this week. Hopefully next week can be right back here again for another edition of Sunday Chronicles with another topic. And hey, if you guys got something during the week or anytime, don't hesitate to post it. All right, you guys are good.